Hello and welcome to QUTV News Today. I'm Madison Norris. By law, Quincy University has to follow NCAA rules. To do that, it has a compliance employee in the athletic department. It is her job to make sure coaches, players, and the department are all following the rules. COVID changed one rule on campus. It gave students an extra year of athletic eligibility, and that opened the doors to changes in the transfer process as well. Joining me now is Taylor Zerby. She is our compliance director here at QU. So Taylor, welcome and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll just start off with something simple and just let us know what you do here at QU.
Wow, yeah, so I am the assistant athletic director for NCAA compliance for our athletic department. I also serve as a deputy Title IX investigator on campus as well. But my main role is as assistant AD in the athletic department. Basically, I oversee all aspects of NCAA compliance within our athletic department, both for all of our near 600 student athletes that we have and also our coaching staff and then any other staff members in our department. So everything that falls under there is, rules for eligibility, recruiting, playing in practice seasons, all that. So it covers a wide area.
Yeah, I mean, your job consists of a lot of things, and the student body is 60% here on campus, so your job is a very important one. So what would you say you mainly have to look out for on campus?
So I think the most important thing I look out for as it relates to athletics is eligibility for our student athletes, making sure that I'm staying on top of that so they aren't hindered in any way. They aren't, they don't lose a season, or they, are eligible when the season does come. I think that is the most important, as well as staying on top of their academics. Because once you are at Quincy University, there is academic requirements per the NCAA that student athletes have to follow in order to maintain their eligibility. And then second, the transfer portal, that's huge now. So that has been a big part of my job ever since that was implemented about, I think, 4 years ago by the NCAA.
Yeah, and I mean, to throw another loop into it, COVID hit, and now students get an extra year back. Students get their COVID year.
Yes.
What has that done to the transfer process?
So it has given these student athletes more opportunities. Some of these student athletes that came back to or received a COVID year, not only, they either chose to come back to the school they were at, but it also gave them the opportunity that if they wanted to pursue graduate school somewhere else, that COVID year gave them that option to where they could enter the portal, have that extra year, and then go somewhere else to pursue a different master's or a different, or a second bachelor's or just a different degree. So it just opened up just a wide array of opportunities for student athletes.
All right, so during the transfer process, would you say there's some do's and don'ts and some advice that you could give students?
Yeah, so ever since the transfer portal was implemented, the NCAA just said, here, this is how we're doing it now. And then, the compliance officers went from there. So it kind of was our job in educating our student athletes on that. But, the student athletes don't really know everything that is involved in that process. I think one of the major do's is if you are interested or you want to explore the transfer portal, I recommend either sitting down and speaking with your coach, or even stopping by the compliance officer's office and they can give you any information that you're looking for. A definite do for me is always sit down with your coach and make sure you speak with them if you are wanting to pursue maybe entering the transfer portal and looking at, going somewhere else. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Taylor, for joining us today and letting us know the ins and outs kind of what you're doing here on campus for us student athletes.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us here at QUTV News Today. I'm Madison Norris. You can find QUTV on social media and QUmedia.net. Have a great day.